Have you ever wondered why those with powerful spiritual gifts seem to face the most intense struggles? Why the most prayerful, kind-hearted, and anointed believers often carry the heaviest burdens? This is not a coincidence. The enemy is strategic, and he knows exactly where to aim. Spiritual gifts are not just divine blessings. They are dangerous weapons in the spiritual realm, and that makes the people who carry them prime targets for spiritual warfare. Let us dive into the 5 spiritual gifts that attract the most attacks, and why. Number 1. The gift of prophecy. Prophets have always stood at the front lines of spiritual battles. In both the Old and New Testaments, they were often hated, persecuted, and misunderstood. Why? Because prophets carry the voice of God. They speak truth in a world that loves lies. Jeremiah, one of the great prophets, lamented the pain of his calling, saying, "I never sat in the company of revelers, never made merry with them. I sat alone because your hand was on me and you had filled me with indignation." Modern-day prophets often experience loneliness, emotional exhaustion, and rejection, even from fellow believers. The enemy knows that silencing a prophetic voice means muting divine direction. That's why those with the gift of prophecy often face spiritual confusion, depression, and isolation. But if this is your gift, don't let the battle silence you. Your voice carries heaven's agenda. Number 2. The gift of healing. The enemy hates restoration. That's why those gifted in healing often find themselves under constant attack. Whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual healing, this gift threatens the enemy's grip on brokenness. Jesus healed everywhere he went, and the crowds followed. But so did opposition. In Luke 6:7, the Pharisees watched closely to accuse him. Those with the gift of healing today often face doubt, attacks on their own health, or even discredit from others who don't believe in the supernatural. If you carry this gift, don't be surprised if you find yourself battling illness or emotional heaviness. The enemy will try to make you question your own authority. But remember, your hands bring healing not because of who you are, but because of the one who lives in you. Number 3. The gift of intercession. Intercessors are heaven's secret warriors. They stand in the gap, crying out for others, breaking spiritual chains in silence. This quiet but powerful gift attracts serious warfare. Why? Because intercessors push back darkness, sometimes before anyone even sees it coming. Ephesians 6:18 says, "And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests." But many intercessors face mental fatigue, sleepless nights, and even attacks on their families. The enemy knows that if he can wear them down, he can slow down heaven's reinforcements. If you're an intercessor, protect your peace, guard your rest, because what you're doing in secret is shaking the spiritual atmosphere. Number 4. The gift of discernment. Discerners see beyond the surface. They can detect spiritual deception, sense demonic presence, and expose hidden motives. But with great clarity comes great resistance. Satan thrives in deception, and discerners disrupt that. Their gift can make others uncomfortable and even isolate them from communities that don't understand their spiritual insight. 1 Corinthians 12:10 speaks of distinguishing between spirits, a gift vital in these end times. Those who possess it may often feel spiritually attacked, misjudged, or labeled as too intense or too suspicious. But don't let the fog make you doubt your vision. Discerners help the body of Christ navigate the spiritual terrain. Your sensitivity is not a curse, it's a compass. Number 5. The gift of teaching. Teachers build up the church with truth. They shape understanding, disciple others, and help believers grow in maturity. But this gift also paints a target on your back. James 3:1 offers a sobering reminder. "Not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly." Teachers face intense spiritual opposition, not only through external attacks, but also internal battles with pride, perfectionism, and discouragement. If you have this gift, the enemy will try to twist your words, drain your energy, and make you doubt your ability to lead. But remember, truth sets people free, and the enemy fears that freedom. You see, the gifts that carry the most